this video today, I want to do a quick little review on the Zoomed ReptiBreeze Chameleon Kit. So one of my closest pet stores or pet chain stores in Canada is PetSmart. So normally, as you can see, for PetSmart, the Zoomed ReptiBreeze Chameleon Kit is $149.99. Though it is on sale right now for $119.99. Keep in mind these sales only last a week or so, and then it's going to go right back to the original price. So I'm just going to begin. I'm just going to show you all the pictures. This is the first picture. Pretty much is what the box is, and then this one, another picture, another side of the box. Pretty much just shows you on the bottom here what it comes with. And then this third picture, it kind of shows you a little bit closer up detail of of the accessories that you're gonna get. So as you can see, you get some bush vines, everything, as well as the fourth picture, you'll get the tropical UVB and heat lighting kit, as well as some Repti calcium. I'm just gonna start off by reading the product highlights. So the Zoomed ReptiBreeze Chameleon Kit is the perfect starting kit for all old world chameleons. Close that. This extensive kit contains everything. I'm going to highlight this because I guarantee that there's probably not everything you need to create a comfortable and appealing habitat for your pet and to keep him healthy. Did they just assume the gender? So anyways, yeah, so to keep your chameleon healthy. It features a quality starter kit for all old world chameleon species. So this kit includes an open air black aluminum screen cage. As you can't really, it's kind of misleading because they don't really tell you the size on the description, and it's very hard to see because it's actually right there where my arrow is pointing, if it shows up. So this, I did some more digging, and this cage is a 16 by 16 by 30 inch cage. So it's also going to come with flexible hanging vine, which is this thinly vine right here. Some natural bush, which is this one right here, as well as some eco carpet, ReptiSafe water conditioner, a digital thermometer, and I believe this is the ReptiSafe or ReptiVite vitamins, multivitamins. So that ReptiVite vitamins should only be given to your chameleon 1 to 2 times a month. So that package will actually last you a little longer, whereas the ReptiSafe water conditioner, this will probably only last you, I don't know, a week at the most. Or depending how much water you are using. But chameleons do need to get sprayed a few times a day to help the humidity to get up, as well as to make sure that they're drinking the water, or to give them a water source to drink from. So, and then in the next one, it says comes with a tropical UVB and heat lighting kit. Again, like I said, a digital thermometer, some Repti calcium, and a ReptiVite reptile vitamin. So this is the same Repti calcium as I use. It's a little, it's honestly like a little sample container. It might last you a month or two, but you are going to be using this powder because this is the calcium without D3. You're going to be using this almost every day to feed to dust your crickets. So it also says the intended pets are veiled chameleons, which I have, a panther chameleon, a Jackson's chameleon, and surprisingly, a Parsons chameleon and other chameleon species. So if you have done any research on other chameleon locales and species, you'll know that the Parsons chameleon is one of the largest chameleons that is captive bred. So I kind of looked up a picture beforehand to show you how big a Parsons chameleon could technically get. And then this is it. So and this is another picture too, so they get pretty hefty. And believe it or not, they're not gonna fit in a 16 by 16 by 30 inch cage. I actually looked it up, and I do believe that Parsons Chameleons, the recommended cage size is a 48 by 24 by 48 inch cage, which is nowhere close to the 16 by 16 by 30 inch cage. Yeah, so that's a little obviously PetSmart does not know how big these chameleon species get. All right, so I'm just honestly gonna go straight into the cons and the pros of this chameleon kit, and in the end I'm gonna decide, is it worth it or not? So I'm gonna begin with the cons, so that we kind of end on a high note with a pro. So my first con is that I believe that this cage, like I said in my last little rant there, is only good for young juvenile chameleons. And I don't believe that this is good for adult chameleons. Considering I have a veiled chameleon, he is in a 18 by 18 by 36 inch cage, and I am going to be upgrading him in the next few months here to a larger homemade cage. So I don't know, for me personally, I just don't think it's worth it to get a small chameleon cage when in a few months you're gonna have to spend $200 on a larger chameleon cage. Not worth the cage. Okay, so the other thing is that the UVB light, a lot of chameleon owners and experts, they recommend getting a linear light, which most people like to rely on the brand Arcadia. This for the UVB is a lot better, and I'm actually going to be switching over in the next little while here to the linear light, just because it can cover, the UVB is stronger and it covers a larger area of your cage, instead of where the dome light, it only covers a corner of your cage. Another thing too is the UVB they have here, I believe it's a 5.0. Normally they do recommend 5.0 to 10. But in the coil, I would definitely recommend doing the strongest, just because these coil UVBs are known for not giving out enough UVB for your chameleon to stay actually healthy. Okay, so another thing I noticed too is that although it has a thermometer, it does not have a hydrometer. So hydrometer is a completely important, just because you want to maintain and monitor the humidity in your chameleon's cage. Just because chameleons, they need a certain type of range of humidity to stay healthy, to have a healthy shed, etc. So you will have to buy that extra if you buy this chameleon kit. Another thing too that I noticed is that this does not come with a calcium with D3. It comes without D3 and a multivitamin, but it does not come with calcium with D3. Calcium with D3 is essential, like I mentioned in my previous videos, just because it helps your chameleon not develop metabolic bone disease, and it keeps your chameleon healthy. This should be fed or sprinkled onto your feeder insects 1 to 2 times a month. Okay, so another thing too is that I noticed is that I do not think there is enough vines or bush supplied in this chameleon kit to make it, to justify the extensive kit that contains everything you'll need to create a comfortable and appealing habitat. So the vines might be good for a younger chameleon because they do look a little bit thin. I probably wouldn't recommend them for an adult chameleon or a juvenile chameleon, just because it probably won't support their weight. You're going to have to buy bigger branches. As well as the natural bush. They give you 1 natural bush here. So if you look in the cage, the cage probably shows 4 natural bush around the cage enclosure, like in the enclosure, whereas this one only gives you 1. And I actually have this one in my cage, and it's not that small. trust it. Well, it's not that big. I mean, it's quite fairly small for a plant. And when you first bring your chameleon home, you want them to feel secure and safe so that they don't get stressed out. Okay, other than that, like I said, you're going to have to buy more plants and more vines, bigger vines for your chameleon. So now I'm going to move on to my pros. So one of my pros is that it comes with the Repti-Carpet, the Eco Carpet. So personally, I don't use this for my chameleon just because I use an old towel just laying at the bottom of his cage to collect everything. But you can also use the Eco Carpet for another reptile you have, or if you wanted, you can use it for just layering the bottom of your chameleon cage. Other than that, I also like how it comes a Repti-Safe for the water, more so just because I just started using a water conditioner for my chameleon, and you'll find that there's going to be less calcium or particles on your cage from the water being treated in the treatment plant. So this is, like I said, this is really good for making your water neutral and safe for your chameleon. Another thing is that I also like how it comes with the multivitamin as well as the calcium without D3, just because those vitamins are essential, but like I mentioned before, you're going to have to buy the D3 with the calcium with D3 in order to make sure your chameleon is healthy. Okay, so overall, do I think this is an extensive kit that contains everything you'll need to create a comfortable and appealing habitat for your pet and to keep them healthy? And my answer, as if you can tell from my cons, I do not think this is worth it. Mainly just because, like I said, the cage is way too small. It does not come with all the essential kits or stuff that you're going to need for your chameleon. And yes, I know it is a starter kit, but as the description says, it does not come with everything you need to start off your chameleon. So you're going to end up spending so much more money after you buy this chameleon kit to make your chameleon happy, if that makes sense. But with that, like I said, with that being said, if you want to buy it, you can do you. I personally wouldn't buy it for my chameleon or any other chameleons that I want to get in the future. It's just not worth it for me. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a big old thumbs up. As well as if you wanted to comment below on your thoughts on this review or the chameleon starter kit itself, feel free to do so. I also do want to apologize for not uploading videos in forever, like it seems, mostly just because I just recently moved and I'm now getting settled in to my new house, but I'm still trying to figure out what the good spots for filming are. I'm sitting right in front of a window right now. So anyways, like I said, if you like this video, please subscribe below. I'm going to be making a few more videos in the upcoming month, so stay tuned for that. Alright, bye!